back to a brand new video of mine. This is your boy Daniel. I'm back again with a brand new video. I'm here to talk about the Premier League, the games that are coming up over the weekend. Here to give you a little preview on what do I think will happen over the weekend. Don't forget, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell to stay up to date with this channel. When you hit that bell, it will send you a notification when I drop a video. You have to hit the bell right where you hit that subscription, where you subscribe to the channel. And as I said, I'm appreciate the love what you guys showing. Smash a like on the video if you love the content. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start off with a big one over the weekend. Arsenal versus Tottenham. The North London derby. This game gonna be a really good game. You know, a feisty battle, passionate fans and stuff like that. These teams are playing really good this season. Arsenal have been really good. They won their last game in the Champions League, very dominant game. Tottenham not in Champions League this season, but they have started the season really good. Arsenal have won their last 4 games. Tottenham has won their last 4 games as well. So both teams are coming into this game on very good form. My opinion, I think Arsenal are gonna be at home. They're gonna have the fans at home. They're gonna have that, that advantage. And Tottenham coming to the Emirates Stadium, I think still they're gonna able to play their football, do their little thing, because that's all their manager wants to play. He play very exciting, open football. But at the end, I think Arsenal gonna have too much firepower for Tottenham defense. So I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win to Arsenal, because I still think Tottenham will be very competitive in that game. I don't think that game is gonna be a blowout loss for any teams. I think it's gonna be very, very tight, very, very competitive. But I just think Arsenal with the fire power up front will able to edge that game out. So I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Move on to the next game, Chelsea versus Aston Villa at Stamford Bridge. These two teams coming in, I would say Aston Villa, because they're coming in this game, they won their last game, so Chelsea draw their last game. So Aston Villa kind of come in this game a little bit of form, but they lost their game in the I think they lost their game in the Conference League, if I'm not sure. But anyways, Chelsea at home, they should have their fans. They need to win this game. We have been very poor this season, and we have been lacking goal scoring and stuff like that. Hopefully, Caicedo can come back and help out in the midfield. I don't want to see Pochettino overcomplicating things as what he has been doing. So I'm just praying to God we can able to get this win and kickstart our season. Aston Villa, Liam Bailey, will he start? I don't know, maybe. But they're in a mixed form this season. They have a very decent start, but I'm gonna go with a Chelsea win, because I feel like Chelsea gonna be at home at Stamford Bridge. They're gonna be up for it, and we need to win this game. So I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Move on to another game, Liverpool versus West Ham. Both teams are coming in this game with good form. I know that West Ham have lost one game, but they lost that game against City. But that's City. And Liverpool have won all their last 5 games. They won their last game in the Europa League. They are in very good form this season. Liverpool at home at Anfield, so you would expect them to have a little bit more advantage, a little bit more buzz about them, because they have won all their last games. And West Ham away, they're gonna sit back, hit on the break, free kicks, corners, ward pass in the box and stuff like that. But I think Liverpool gonna have too much for West Ham, and I think Liverpool gonna win this game 3-1 to Liverpool and stuff like that. And then we're gonna move on to another game, Burnley against Manchester United. Both teams coming into this game, I think Burnley, they played really good in their last game against Nottingham Forest. They got a draw. United have lost their last 3 games. It's been a very poor season so far for United. They lost their game against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. They played really good in that game in the first couple minutes, but they lost that game. Either way, it's going to be away for Manchester United. I don't know if they're going to turn up or not. Burnley, they play very good football. They play very open football and stuff like that. I think United going to hit them on the break. And Burnley doesn't really have a very good defensively. So I think United going to win this game 3-1 to United, because I still think United have a lot up front, able to get a win. You know, Rashford and Haaland on the break it will cause Burnley problem. So I'm gonna go with a Manchester United win, and then we're gonna move on for Manchester City, Nottingham Forest. Manchester City at home. You just know Manchester City are gonna win this game. They won their last 4 games. Nottingham Forest have started the season, you know, pretty decent, you know, but they're gonna be away to Manchester City. Manchester City at home are just too good, and they're gonna win this game very comfortably. So I'm gonna go with a 4-0 win, Manchester City. And then we're gonna move on to another game, Luton versus Wolves. These 2 teams, Wolves have played really good football. They just don't able to score. And Luton on another end, they have just not really able to get any win at all in the Premier League. I think the level of the Premier League compared to the Championship is too high for Luton. I just don't know where Luton is going to get their first win. Like, I just don't see it. You know, so I'm going to go with a Wolves win. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Wolves. And yeah, and then we're going to move on to another game. Brentford versus West Ham. No, Brentford versus Everton, my bad. Brentford have drawn like 3 games this season. They have been very okay. You know, Brentford, they're going to be at home. They're very good at home. They hit you on the break very fast. And then Everton have lost their last game against Arsenal at home. I'm not sure what's going on at Everton. Every season, it's relegation battle. You know, I don't know. I think Brentford's going to be very good at home. They're very good defensively. And I think they're very good set piece as well. And I think they're going to hit Everton on the break. So I'm going to go with a 3-0 win for Brentford. Yeah. And then we're going to move on to another game. And then this is Crystal Palace versus Fulham. You know, Crystal Palace, Fulham, I'm not sure about this game. I think this is going to be one of those boring games and stuff like that. So I'll go 1-1. Yeah, I think that game is going to be a draw game. Crystal Palace, Fulham. And then we're going to move on to another game. Brighton versus Bournemouth. Brighton lost their last game in the Europa League. I see United fans beefing with Brighton. I don't know why. Maybe because Brighton beat them in the last game. But Brighton is going to be at home. They just come off of the Europa League game. Are they going to be tired? Bournemouth, on another hand, they rest. They're ready for it. I think Brighton's still going to be able to have, you know, firepower to able to come in this game. But I just think that from Thursday to Sunday, it's going to be a lot on Brighton. And Bournemouth play very good, exciting football as well. They play very open football. And I think this game going to be end 2-2. Yeah, Brighton. I think Brighton going to draw this game. So, yeah. And then we're going to move on to the last game for over the weekend. Sheffield United, Newcastle. Sheffield United still haven't really get anything on the board as far as winning the game. And Newcastle has been very, very quiet this season. I would say they've been very quiet. Since that win against Aston Villa, they have been very quiet. I know they won their last game 1-0 at home. I'm not sure about Newcastle. They draw their last game in the Champions League. So you don't know what to expect from Newcastle. But Sheffield United have not really been that good. Even though they're going to be at home, I still think that Newcastle is going to have too much for them. And I think this game will end 3-1 for Newcastle. And that's it for the roundup for the Premier League over the weekend. Give me your thoughts. What you think gonna happen during these games? Who will win? Who will lose, etc. And this is where it stops, people. Don't forget, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell. That's the only way you will able to get notified when I drop a video. Okay, that's it. Out, people.